Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and welcome back to another weight loss video. I hope you enjoy. Also, just as a heads up, I'm currently testing out a new microphone, so it may sound a bit different, but it will be adjusted in the videos to come. 1 year in, I am morbidly obese, and loving it. Salutations from sunny Greece. Today marks 1 year since I started doing something about my weight. The whole thing for me just started on a whim, after putting an end to 25 years of chain smoking and seeing my weight ballooning to my highest ever. And now I wanted to make a thread 1 year in to share some of the things I found out along the way. Some might be helpful to other people trying to lose a lot of weight, but I understand that each person is different, and there is no universal recipe for something like this. Your mileage may vary, so here are some observations about myself. 1. Motivation is not as important as I thought. Habit forming is though. It really doesn't matter how much you want something, what the reasons are for wanting it, and even if you enjoy the process or not. What gives results is retraining your brain and attitude towards solving the problem in the easiest way possible, and then simply putting your plan into action daily. You have to view this as a long-term problem requiring a nuanced, permanent, and enduring solution. 2. Because this is a marathon, not a sprint. There is no such thing as a weight loss journey if you really think about this rationally. If you want to live, you are going to eat until the day you die, day in, day out, until you stop breathing. Fact. Thus, you will have to manage and regulate your food consumption, among a lot of other things of course, forever. When starting out, I was impatient to see results and feel the difference. I thought of this as a work in progress, an experiment where my expiration date where my true life would start at its end. Sorry, but it does not work this way. I mean, it might in my daydreams, but the fact of the matter is that I was thinking I would become a different person via shedding weight. Nope, it's still me, just a little lighter. 3, and that is fine. Vanity is a lousy motivator. For me, that is. You see, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how others perceive you. The only thing that matters is how you perceive yourself, and therefore the world itself. Now, I admit I'm still kind of struggling to put this concept into practice. I find myself feeling nice when getting a compliment and feeling bad when someone messes with me. This is the norm for human social interaction after all. We live in a society and it is natural. What I found out though along the way is that actually learning to love myself for who I am and trying to create a better version of myself each and every day that passes makes all social pressure, misgivings, complexes, and frustrations seem trite, trivial, and incredibly childish. 4. Because the only one that is a saying in this is yourself, not your relatives, friends, coworkers, your loved ones, children, or pets. As I shed weight, I find myself growing a thicker skin at the same time, something that didn't happen in the past. I was and am a yo-yo dieter. And this is hard though, and this is taking a long time. You have to retrain yourself to become an objective observer of yourself and others. And that is more difficult than following a diet or having to exercise or saying no to cake if it doesn't fit your appetite and schedule. It's like getting a life coach who lives in your head only and shows all the different ways you and others freak up daily without judging you or making you feel bad about it. That's hard, but it's doable. Hell, everything I say here is very hard for me to do. This is no picnic. 5. Because there are no magic solutions in weight loss. No super diets, nutrient excluding secrets, get rich fast schemes, no ethereal cleanses or alkaline laws. It all boils down to this for me. 1. Eat less. 2. Move more. 3. If you cannot move more, then still eat less. 4. Find the easiest and kindest way for you personally to do it. That's it. That is all there is to it. The most difficult part is to find the solution to the equation that is the easiest for you to follow long term. To find the one that makes you the happiest or the least irritated when following it. The one that fits you. Because at the end of the day, this is about you. There are no rules, no specifications, no norms and customs to observe. You have to find what works for you and stick to it. 6. Until you need to change it again. Oh, yes, you are not done with this that easily. You have to constantly reevaluate the solution that you are following, tweaking and enhancing it along the way. You have to science the crap out of this, not in watching calories, nutrients, calculating loss rates, or counting steps and repetitions. No, the sciencing part is to correctly recognize how your mind and body responds to the stimuli you are putting it through, and to readjust said stimuli to get a better response. This feedback loop takes time, a lot of thought, an open mind, and constant vigilance, but you can do it. Everyone can. That fat has no chance, I tell you, none. Okay, I'm kind of rambling. Sorry for the long post. I hope this may be interesting to some. In any case, I have a long way ahead of me still. The rest of my life. Let's do this. First of all, congratulations. You're on an awesome path. But seriously, I've been at this for about 2.5 years. I went from super morbidly obese to now overweight, and I could have written every damn word of this. In fact, I think you got all my most important points that have helped me there, except to make sure you have your mental issues in order. If someone has an ED, for example, they need to really work on that as its own issue. Full-heartedly agree on this. Mental health is extremely important. And frankly, mental health issues are 9 times out of 10 the actual reason that someone like me can suddenly wake up, 40 years old, weighing as much as an adult hippo butt cheek and also feeling like one too, on the good days. Your state of mind is worth your weight in triplicate. Strange things after losing 50 pounds. So I lost my weight in spurts. I'm female, 5'7", and at my heaviest, when I was like 24, I was 210 pounds. I got down to 180 one year by cutting out soda and bread, and then stopped because I didn't know how to lose weight. Last year, I dropped the final 30 because I discovered calories in, calories out. I love it. I got down to 155, and I'm now back up to about 165 because I've been pumping iron like a beast. But I always see people talking about the weird things they experience since losing weight, but I never see these things mentioned. I've always had anxiety, by the way, but I never noticed different things affected it. 1. I'm a side sleeper, and I've been that way since I was a kid. Now I find myself waking up on my back. The first time it happened, I was so confused because I never sleep on my back. And now I can fall asleep on my back if I want. It's very strange. 2. Eating times have to be very strict or else I feel like garbage. I have to stop eating at 7:30 to 8 p.m. or I get what I call body anxiety, where mentally I'm fine, but once I try to fall asleep, I wake up with a start and my heart pounding and feeling all disassociative and panicky. I have to stay awake those nights until about 2 a.m., then it stops. 3. Dairy and sweets. I have to stop eating sweets at 7 p.m. or I get body anxiety. But with dairy, I can't go past like 4 p.m. or once again, it's more body anxiety for me. And the dairy body anxiety is the worst. It makes me feel like my body is going on a trip that my head hasn't been invited to. It's horrible, but will still last until 2 a.m. 4. Alcohol. Nope. LOL anxiety. Also, I get turned way too fast now. I'm just trying to chill, not party. I'll just stick with the LaCroix, which apparently I like now. My motto used to be, if it has flavor, it should have sugar. Never in a million years did I think I prefer LaCroix over a peach Bellini, but here we are. 5. Blood pressure. My blood pressure was high like most fat people, and I was worried about it since I'm so young, 28 now. So as I lost the weight, I was excited to see it go down. Wrong, it actually got worse. Partially thanks to increased anxiety from COVID, yay, partly because it runs in my family. I told my mom, and she was like, yeah, I've been on blood pressure meds most of my life. And damn it. So here I am, 28, taking blood pressure meds forever now because my genes decided my heart likes to party. So go see a doctor, kids. 6. Apparently I was chronically dehydrated most of my life and didn't notice. I increased my water intake to about 3/4 of a gallon to maybe 1 gallon or more, depending on how much I exercise. And let me tell you, if I don't get my water in, I get so dizzy and my heart gets all poundy and I feel like a dumpster fire. So I have my trusty half-gallon water bottle I got at Academy for $5 and I carry it everywhere. And yeah, I pee a lot, but if I don't chug and I just sip on it, it's not too bad. I get through my water now without even thinking about it. And 7, bones are weird. Why are bones so weird? I can touch them now, and it's weird. There is a machine I can't use at the gym because my shoulder bones stick out and it hurts. Anyways, drink water and manage your anxiety. Edit, forgot to mention that now I'm not eating trash anymore, my drains have chilled out, and I don't have nightmares every night anymore. Personally, I would ask for a comprehensive metabolic panel to rule out glucose or electrolyte imbalances. I'm impressed with how well you know your body will act with certain foods at certain times, but it seems like your body is still trying to adjust. I would suggest going to your doctor and explaining all the above because it's not normal. Yeah, the bones thing is weird, and I still have plenty of padding. I think it'll really bother me when I'm smaller. I've been feeling my hips, my ribs for a little bit, but recently I discovered that I can feel my backbone, and it's just gross. Hopefully this is a thing that you get used to. And the other night, as I was laying on my left side, I could feel my heart beating. Not like my pulse, but my actual heart. It really freaked me out, but it stopped when I had changed positions. That definitely didn't happen when my body was cushioned by tons of fat. And that brings us to the end of the video, Narwhals. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please tap subscribe to join our awesome community, the Narwhals, and for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. And here's our featured Narwhal of the day. 4 months, 30 pounds down, 188 to 158.